Hey, welcome to Farm Talk Friday. It is August 18th, 2023. I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanna.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Annie. You look unbelievably beautiful today.
Thanks. We have great lighting today.
Yes, I would just like to say I look better next to my wife.
Aw. But we do have good lighting, and we think it's because it's not so bright outside.
Yeah.
Yay, rainy season.
Yeah. Also, August 18th is my dad's birthday.
Ken Sr., happy birthday.
Kenneth Charles, happy birthday, Dad. I'll be trying to call you again later. Okay, so I want to start off with
Our intro.
our intro. What we do, how we do it. We moved to Costa Rica about 7.5 years ago. We've got a little permaculture farm.
Chickens.
There's chickens.
There's actually two structures there. Little chicken tractor.
Yeah.
Big one that looks smaller because it's in the background.
2 chicken tractors, one homemade, one purchased. But yeah, we practice permaculture here. We've got a food forest, and we're just giving it a try.
We're living off the land, or we're trying to.
We could, maybe if we had to. So, all right, so yeah, this is kind of our diary, and we kind of give tips on permaculture, real world tips, how it really works, which is sometimes difficult. So,
Ken's wearing a permaculture shirt today.
yes.
And it's all in Spanish.
Yeah.
I
And
never realized that.
is it? It's got all the tools.
Machete, which is,
Machete, a bucket, mano, which is your hands. This is like an A-frame, which is you use this to make things level.
But we also use it for spacing out plants in the garden sometimes.
Also, yes. Motosierra, but ours is electric with batteries.
And we have a small one, so I can use it.
Yeah. And
Cuchillo, martillo.
what is this one?
Molina.
Bidon de chicho. That's funny.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's, that's the booze.
Yeah, making booze out of fermented scraps. All right. Anyway, so every week, my beautiful wife Giovanna makes an advertisement for Farm Talk Friday. What was in our image this week?
Well, this week we had, I was like walking around the food forest doing something, and then I noticed that our chaya, which is we call it a spinach alternative, had been, like, part of it had fallen. So I decided that I would take part of it for lunch. Hello, Matthew, we see you. And so, Matthew, we're talking about like this week's advertisement for Farm Talk Friday, like where the image came from and why. So the chaya was like not on the ground, but I was like, hey, maybe we'll use this for like lunch or dinner tonight. So I took it, but I didn't have time to process it immediately. So I placed it onto like some steps that we have, and I don't know, it wasn't that much later, like a half hour later, and Ken, you come up to me and say, hey, what's happening with that chaya? Is that for us?
Yeah, I think I asked her, are we planning on eating that tonight?
Yeah. I said, well, why?
Because the ants have beat us to it.
Yeah, so I ended up going and looking, and like the leafcutter ants had come, and they were already they had done quite a number on it already. And so I'm like, well, it wasn't a big part of our food plan for the day. And so I just let the ants have it. And it was really fascinating to just watch them work. And usually we see them like crawling up a tree and then coming down. They're like carrying like a little piece of like flower or leaf. And you don't usually see them like on the ground, kind of like swarming something. So that was interesting. And then I just left it there for them. I wanted to see like how far they would take it. And so the picture for our advertisement this week is what they left. So there had been, maybe it would have been better if it was like a before and after photo, but I could probably recreate it in the sense that I could find a piece, you know, just to show you that there was like, you know, stems and leaves, and basically all that was left was like the main stem, and they had hollowed it. Well, they are kind of hollow anyway, but they stripped it down. It was pretty skeletal. So anyway, that was our picture.
That's right.
There's an ant in it. Maybe you have to blow it up to see the ant.
So before we went to Vegas,
Yeah.
you had done a lot of work.
Yeah, so last week's Farm Talk Friday, I just felt like we were not here. Were we rushed? We were just exhausted.
Yeah.
I think we were rushed too. Like we were trying to go somewhere. So I didn't even talk about the advertisement last week, which happened to be like cigarette butts. But all I know. So what am I talking about?
Well,
oh yeah.
I think you trimmed a lot of things and cut some things, and you came back and it was a jungle all over again.
Yes, yes. Well, I wanted to feel like I did something before we left for Vegas, knowing that like we were gonna have a Farm Talk Friday, and I should talk about it and you know about what I did, and then I totally forgot. Like I was really, really tired. We had Ken's birthday, and then we were only home like for a few days, and then we ended up going to Vegas, and then we weren't like doing anything crazy out there. We didn't go to the ludicrous party.
We didn't go to any parties.
We didn't go, yeah, we were very responsible. We had nice dinners out with friends like Fu and Chris Cox, and went to bed early, but somehow I was still super tired. But anyways, yes, it was jungle again, and I think we need to do some major cutting back in that garden, but we haven't had Adriana here, and so I can't remember our plan exactly, like what kind of bean is planted, because it was really just like a plant that we could eat, but we weren't really planting it for food. We were planting it for soil remediation of the gardens, and then it was just a like a turnover plan so that like we can get back to planting perennials in our main garden again. That would hopefully work this time, because last time we picked different species like asparagus, and
we
they didn't
call
work
that
out.
we call that a cover crop.
Yeah, it was a cover crop. We still have it, but it's not like clovers where like they stay low. It's like this like a jungle plant that's like eating everything, and it's like, hey, are you down there? The thing that I'm really trying to grow. So anyway. But yeah, our Freehold de Palo is doing pretty well. And we have the moringa in the vivero that I'm waiting to get just a little bit bigger. And then we're going to plant some moringa trees. And the plan there, because moringa trees are trees, is that we would just keep them really low. Like that would be the experiment, is that we just make little dwarf moringas. And we'll see how that goes. So
Right.
I'll have to have a big pep talk with them. But they still need to be a little bit stronger. I'm worried about like iguanas, mostly iguanas. I'm not really worried about the pacabites. What do we call those things?
Agouti.
Agoutis. I'm not worried about them eating moringa, but like the iguanas, I think would still eat them at this point. Hello to Eric and Sammy. We see you guys. Okay, what else we got? What else do you have? Do you have anything?
Well, I want to talk about ghee.
Yeah, ghee is our chicken.
Ghee is
One of them.
Our
One of
smallest. It's our smallest chicken, but it's our prized chicken because she lays the green eggs. Her name is Ghee, spelled G-E, for green eggs. And she went on strike a while back.
She was broody.
And she just stayed inside, stayed sitting, and she didn't produce eggs for the longest time, we thought, and we think.
No, she wasn't producing eggs, right?
Okay.
She was just trying to sit on imaginary eggs,
Yeah.
or any time Lady or Senora Elegante would lay an egg, she would be sitting on it.
But anyway, so she's back, she's in a good mood, she's walking around, and, you know, I found her sitting on an egg, and we thought maybe it's not hers, but it was a small egg.
It was her size egg.
And we thought it was not hers because it was not green. And then we thought, oh, she's not laying green eggs anymore. So we think we've gotten our last green egg, maybe,
Wow.
which is super sad. But I didn't know she would stop doing the green. I don't know.
But we changed her food.
Yeah, but
Ken used to make food for the longest time. Food can change
hold on.
a lot of things in
But
your body.
when we got her, she laid green eggs, and she had totally different food before us. So
I know.
She's been through a couple of food changes. We don't know what's going on, but all I know is we're not getting green eggs anymore.
No.
But anyway,
Lately, we have not had any green eggs.
Life goes on.
But we have had several of her size eggs come out, and they're not green.
Right.
That's what's happening. So the rest of the girls are good. The big girls, the three that are in like the bigger chicken tractor, it's crema, pecan, and butterscotch. You know, I don't know what happened. I think after Eileen was our awkward one, right?
Yeah.
They were all sisters, and they picked on Eileen, and she was like easy to pick on because we named her after Eileen's dance in what was that show?
Weird.
Seinfeld.
I don't think that was really her name, though. Was it?
The character's name.
No, our chicken.
Yeah, we named her Eileen.
We just thought she did the Eileen dance, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, what did we name her?
I don't remember.
Anyways, okay. And then is Eileen the name of that character? Do I have any of the names here right?
I'm kind of lost on that. I haven't watched
Anyway,
Seinfeld for a while.
do we know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Yeah. So, anyways, like they picked on her. She was kind of easy to pick on.
Elaine.
Her name was Elaine.
Maybe so.
Yeah, her name was Elaine. So anyway, she was awkward. We understood why they kind of picked on her. But then they always need someone to pick on apparently, and so poor Butterscotch is the one that gets picked on.
There's always a pecking order with chickens, and one always gets terrorized. Well, it's just not really terrorized, but just nipped at continually.
Yeah, or sometimes
chasing away from
they just
food and
chase the other one.
Yeah.
And the other one's running away. What did we see that was funny though? Like Pecan wasn't down. Like Pecan was laying an egg or sitting on one, and it was just Crema and Butterscotch, and like somehow Crema wouldn't. She wasn't being nice to Butterscotch, but she was not harassing her, and so we thought like, oh, she only does that when Pecan's down. So anyway, chickens. Hi, John.
All right.
Yeah, Eric's saying Elaine. Yeah. Thank you.
So, honey, what is going on with the Permaculture Party Club?
Yeah, Permaculture Party Club.
Is there too many P's there?
Permaculture Party, yeah. So I wrote on the notes PPPC, but PPC would be PPC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Flashing
we
the
got the
signs.
signs. We're doing good. So we had...
Well, let's explain the Permaculture Party Club.
Yeah, so Permaculture Party Club is a... from the adult standpoint, it's like a youth mentorship program. And for the youths that we're working with...
The two youths.
We only have 2 so far. It's not a big party. We're kind of like in pre-party. We're like party planning.
So this is a program presented by Green Wave, Giovanna's 501c3 nonprofit.
And I'm offering myself, my time up to be a mentor and our house up for the kids. So we started around April with kind of like Jeremy and Mason. And they both go to Futuro Verde, and so it's just an idea that we have to get more kids involved with permaculture, make it fun, We don't know exactly what we're doing yet, but you know, like we were having them over, and I was trying to train them up a little bit. And they would stay for like an hour and a half, and we would do like a nature meditation first. Hey, Jimmy's on. Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy's getting married.
Yay, Jimmy! Congrats. And then, yeah, and then I would like go out into the field with them and teach them some things. But part of what we're doing is also like trying to show them like how to have an idea and like go in all the different directions that it could go in. So it's kind of businessy too. It's like, okay, you guys, we're gonna have a Patreon campaign for the club. So we're gonna try and like set up a club at the school that they would be in charge of like recruiting to.
Patreon is just some fundraising thing.
Platform.
Online.
Yeah, but it's also very important because that is where like all the links will
Yeah,
go.
I'm just saying when you mention it,
Oh,
we need to explain it.
okay. So many people are on Patreon these days. I just assume that everybody in the world knows what's happening there. But anyway, so it's like we're trying to do two things. We're gonna, it's like, yes, I'm like mentoring those two so far. And then whoever obviously ends up joining their school club that isn't official yet, because that's part of this whole program is like, okay, we're going to set up the club at the school, but like we haven't, like they're going to send him an email on how to like do that officially. So that was kind of like the first thing that just happened at their first day of school. I met them after school. We went into their like 8th grade room, and we were like, instead of being out in the field that day, we were doing some brainstorming. I find this all very interesting. Apparently Ken doesn't, but
well, I just wanted an overview, not really every single
play by
detail.
play. I'm not very good at overviews.
Okay.
Yeah, so makes me not want to talk about things because I'm not very good at summarizing.
Well,
so
I'll help you along.
Okay.
All right. What else we got?
I think that's all we have to
All right. Thank you all for joining us on Farm Talk Friday. We'll see you next week.
Oh, no, wait.
Wait.
Okay. So my mom got us these things. It's our show and tell. We always try and do a show and tell. I knew this would potentially happen, but I thought it'd be interesting. I'm like, how do we unravel this?
Get one out.
Yeah, we just need one. Okay, do you see what it is? That's okay, this works.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yay! So when I first opened this, I thought it was for the chickens. And then I looked at it again and I'm like, there's no way our chickens would fit on that.
Too
Like,
small, yeah.
maybe ghee. So, Mom, I have no idea what to do with this other than put it in the fairy garden and hope the little hummingbirds. This would be big for the hummingbirds, but it will be a good size for various birds to sit on. There's 3 of them, so it's very cute. So thanks, Mom.
Absolutely. It's great.
And lots of love to everyone. Birthdays, Geeta. Happy birthday. It's her birthday today. And then Duke's 50th is tomorrow.
All right. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Duke. And happy birthday again, Ken Sr. Okay.
See you next week.